course, I'm fooling around, right? I'm fooling around. I went to Barcelona with my parents on a 3-day trip. And during this 3-day trip, I realized how your goals in life change. Because when you're a kid, your main goal is to become a superhero, Batman or Superman, right? When you're a teenager, your main goal in life is to become someone special or unique, actress or a singer, right? When you're in your 30s, like me, your main goal in life is to not lose your shit too many times on a 3-day trip in Barcelona with your parents. And I lost constantly, people. I lost constantly. Don't get me wrong. I'm also a hard person to be around with. But I went there with good intention, I started the trip like Barack Obama. If we unite, we can do it together. Unfortunately, I finished the trip like Otto von Bismarck. Their Poland is incapable to understand the voice of reason. So, Polish people, when they go abroad, they mostly work in construction sector, right? In Barcelona, there is Sagrada Familia, Catholic cathedral that is still under construction. So obviously, as a true Polish patriot, as I am and my parents are, the first thing we went to see abroad was Sagrada Familia, world's biggest construction site. Yeah, Sagrada is still under construction, so why are we going there? My dad in the back already saying he could do it better and cheaper. I barely convinced him not to take his work clothes with him, right? And in Sagrada Familia, they are well aware of those kind of tourists, because there are 2 lines to the entrance. One line for regular tourists, and other line is for fathers and uncles. Yeah, and guide for regular tourists is saying something like, Antonio Gaudi died trying to finish this cathedral. And all the regular tourists like, ooh, wow, right? And the guide for fathers and uncles is saying, Antonio Gaudi saved €5 by using this paint. And all the fathers and uncles, ooh, wow. Yes, they are well aware of those kind of tourists. For €15 extra, they actually let you watch the workers during work. So, and the place is unique. They have hanging Jesus on the cross. Yes, hanging Jesus on the cross, because apparently for Spanish people, crucifixion itself just wasn't enough. So I was walking around the building, right? And people, I'm gonna tell you. Catholic Church, they are evil. They are pure evil. But they do hire the best interior decorators. Yeah, you're walking around it, you see those great windows, great facade, great whole structure, and you start to think like, wow, this looks so nice, I almost forgot all of you are touching kids. And there's like plenty of churches in Barcelona, and my mom, she's super religious. So every time she saw a church, she got possessed by the Holy Spirit. She's like, oh, see this church, probably Jesus built it. And it could be true. It could be true that Jesus built those churches. Barcelona is so old that Jesus is still alive there. No, seriously, I was having coffee with my family and the waiter came like, hola, my name is Jesus, can I take your order? Yo, people, my mom is praying so much that Jesus himself served us coffee. Fuck what you're doing with your life, but I'm going to heaven. And traveling with my parents is very strange. They have the weirdest touristic habits. For instance, they go through every possible shop. And I'm not talking shops like souvenirs or gifts. No. The shop like we have in Poland, like H&M or Zara. And every time I'm seeing it, I'm thinking like, why all the hassle with the travel, with the airport, with the security check? Wouldn't it just be fucking easier to go to Złote Tarasy? Because at least in Złote Tarasy, the security guard won't check my ass inside for illegal narcotics. Speaking about drugs, Spain recently legalized weed, right? So therefore, every street smells like a joint. My parents, they never smoke weed. They don't know the smell. So they were asking me like, Martin, what's that smell? Is the cat pissed somewhere? And I tried to explain them, but in the middle of my explanation, I realized, they don't need that knowledge. So I was explaining them, right? Like, well, last year, Spain legalized cats. Spain legalized cats. Since then, everybody having a cat, mostly in the bag, but some people get it by the pound. And because of weed is illegal, everybody is stoned. The food service is terrible. Like, I'm in a restaurant, I order food, I'm waiting like an hour, the food is not coming, got super angry, went to the door like, sir, my food is late. And the guy was like, no problem. I'm like, no, sir, my food is late. And I was like, yeah, no problem. And I'm like, sir, I don't know if you understand how no problem conversation works. You telling me my food is going to be late, and I'm telling you no problem, not the other way around. And the case with Spanish food, it sucks. It just does. Like, if you look at other Mediterranean countries, Italy, Greece, Tunisia, all of them, right? They have great cuisine. Yet they somehow forgot to tell Spain to get better one. Seriously, in Spain they will give you like the most basic food product, and they will tell you it's the unique national food. Yeah, I ordered some food, the waiter is bringing me food saying, oh, this is our unique national food. I'm looking at it like, yo, this is a sausage. And the waiter goes, oh no, it's pronounced le sausage. And I'm like, yeah, we have something similar in Poland. It's pronounced la kiełbasa. I did some sightseeing when I was in Barcelona. I did some sightseeing. I went to FC Barcelona football store, and there's like plenty of Chinese tourists there. And people, I'm not going to tell you that those Chinese tourists are going to FC Barcelona store to make a copy of the football jersey to sell to the off-market. I'm not going to tell you that because that's fucking racist, right? But those Chinese tourists, they do come to the store with a 3D printer and a centimeter. Women on beaches in Barcelona, they sunbathe topless, which sounds great in theory, like, yay, titties. But it's not. It's not. I'm sitting on the beach, I'm staring straight ahead, and suddenly a half-naked woman is popping back out of the sea. I don't want to be a creep, so I'm going to turn around, right? I'm turning around, and bam, I'm staring at another half-naked woman. People, I came to the beach as a tourist and left as a pervert. I did some comedy there, and the crowd was super surprised. Yes, the crowd was super surprised. No, not because of my jokes. No, because there's so many Polish girls going on Erasmus. I was simply just the first Polishman they ever saw.